Welcome to Pop Culture Roulette for all your pop culture needs. We're America's podcast. All right, welcome everybody. We are back at full strength. We've once again rescued Jeremy from the clutches of EA. Jeremy, how's it going?
Oh, it's good. It's
You got to stop bad-mouthing EA so they'll stop kidnapping you.
yeah, you're right. Did you guys do one
Never gonna,
last
never gonna
Uh,
week?
happen.
yeah, we talked about
Eh,
random weird comic crossovers
Oh, nice.
like Godzilla versus Godzilla versus Charles Barkley and Archie versus the Predator.
Oh, that's sweet. All right.
Um, but this
Yeah,
week,
Nicholas turned it into a game that I completely failed at.
you shot about 50% when I was listening back
No,
to the
that
episode.
that's generous.
I mean, for the entire episode, I would say you were right around 50%. You did okay. But this week, obviously, also joined by Justin, as you've heard
Yeah,
him
I was gonna
already.
say thanks for the lack of introduction. It's fine.
Um,
I
but
get
this
it. I'm
week,
not as cool as Jeremy.
no, that's true. But this week I figured I'm gonna let somebody else do the work for us. So we have a bracket that we're gonna talk about, but this bracket was provided to us by 1029 The Hog, the local rock station here in Milwaukee. They built this bracket, and I saw it, and I'm like, I'm taking it because if anything, we liberally steal from from other podcasts or other sources all the time. So why not just lift a bracket that somebody else built for us wholeheartedly? I do, however, as we will go throughout, have some problems with the initial setup of the bracket. So this bracket is 90s, early 2000 one-hit wonders. I set the bracket up exactly the way they have it set up on their website. They have not determined the winner yet, so we're going to determine the winner, and then we'll revisit the concept in a week or two when they've come up with their winner, and
Hmm.
see if how we agree. But I almost
See if we're
changed.
right and they're wrong.
Well, that's true. But I almost had to change the conversation that we were going to have today for Chuck Norris, but I couldn't find a way to break into a Chuck Norris episode. So what I'm going to do is steal liberally from a different podcast, and every few minutes I'm just going to break in with a Chuck Norris joke. So
Uh,
to start with, God said, "Let there be light." Chuck Norris said, "Say please."
nice. That's a good one.
It's-
Who are you stealing from?
The Tell Him Steve Dave when he had the evil facts or whatever when they did the 666
Oh,
episode,
yeah, yeah.
they gave me
Can I
the. Hmm?
can I tell you my favorite one? I don't know if you have it written down,
I,
but
I I
I
just went to Men's Journal and have their list. So
mine has always been Chuck Norris doesn't sleep, he waits. It's mine.
yeah, yeah, it's not on the list, but my favorite is if Chuck Norris was on 24, it would have been called 12. But okay, so these are supposedly one-hit wonders. I do have a problem with the definition of one-hit wonder. For me, the definition of one-hit wonder is somebody who showed up, had one massive hit or just one even kind of hit, and then was never seen or heard from again in any meaningful way. So, like, I'm thinking Come On Eileen from Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Yeah.
Or, well, we'll get to a couple on this list. I'm not thinking like some of the, there's some songs, and we're going to start here with the first, and I don't, it's only seeded because I don't know how to cut the seeds off. This is how they had it written down on the hog.
Hmm.
I don't think they had it seated. So let me hit this button here.
This is awesome. I like this.
Oh yeah, it's a great list. I mean, it's a really good list of songs. But there's a couple on here that we're definitely going to be like, hey, that's not one hit wonder.
Yeah.
Um, we're going to start with Blur, song number two.
Not a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, Blur has on the Billboard Hot 100, they had "There's No Other Way" and "Girls and Boys" had it 82 and 59, which means they charted. And actually, honestly, somehow song number two didn't chart on the Billboard Hot 100. So the song they're saying is the Hot 100 song. And I would say that Blur. Now they did try to make, and when I was reading about like what makes a one-hit wonder, they were differentiating between like somebody like, and I don't know Ringo Starr's solo career well enough to know, but like Ringo Starr has this whole solo career where he's had a few minor hits, but nothing compared to what he was with on the Beatles. So they were saying like if they
right?
were in another band, like that doesn't mean they couldn't also be a one-hit wonder if they were doing solo stuff or another band in together. That's so Blur obviously because Damon Albarn, is that is how you pronounce that guy's last name?
Sounds good to me.
Is part of the Gorillaz. So obviously he's got two pretty big bands with Blur and Gorillaz. But Nixon's, however, even though I do have that album that the song "Sister" is off of, they're a one-hit wonder. Really, I mean, it's a good album, but like outside of that album, they never really did anything. I mean, they probably play Summerfest every other year, but as for radio airplay, "Sister" is the only song that they've ever gotten any sort of radio airplay. So I I'm not sure that I would classify song two from Blur as a one-hit wonder, but that's the card that we're dealt with because I stole this bracket wholeheartedly, hook, line, and sinker. So who are we voting for in this one? And I don't know what your qualifications are. Like, do you want to vote for the actual one-hit wonder, or do you want to vote for the song you like better?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out is which way we want to vote on.
Hmm.
Because like I know a song I like better, but I also know is that really a one hit wonder.
I think I'm gonna go for the song I like better,
Okay. So,
which for me would be the Blur song because I hadn't even heard of Nixon's sister until today.
oh, okay. All right. Well, I
Which
like Nick.
for me is also Blur.
Okay. Well, I was gonna vote for Blur as well. I like Nixon's. I like the Sister song. I like that album. It's off of an album called Foma. It's a really good album, but I have an intense memory attached to song number two, from college that only just makes me like that song even more than I already, like it's a fun song. It's a catchy song. You get to yell woohoo. So, and much like every other bracket we've ever done, you're going to change how you vote every round anyway. Here we
That's
go.
not true.
Here is two bands that pretty much exemplify the one-hit wonder. Harvey Danger, Flagpole Sitta, Paranoia, Paranoia, Everyone is Out to Get Me. And they are 100% a one-hit wonder. Outside of that song, I can't name anything they've ever
Yeah.
done. Screaming Trees had a couple other minor hits, but they never really charted in the same way that Nearly Lost You did. Um, so again, I'm gonna vote the Screaming Trees because I like Nearly Lost You as a song better than I like Flagpole Sitta. But I will acknowledge that Flagpole Sitta is probably a catchier song, and definitely more of a one-hit wonder.
And
But
I'm
that
gonna run it up the flagpole and see where Jeremy votes.
That's a tough one.
Now I'm an amputee, goddamn you.
I didn't know this Screaming Trees song by name, but as I'm listening to it, it's like, all right, I recognize it. It's really catchy. I like it, but I gotta go Harvey Danger.
okay? And I do know there's going to be one band that shows up in here that you're really going to bristle against, but we'll get to that. Um,
This is a good one.
Eve 6, Inside Out. I would like to point out that Eve 6 had 8 songs on the Billboard Alternative airplay in their charts, but they also had Here's to the Night, who also that charted at number 30 on the Billboard Hot 100. So Eve 6, kind of problematic calling them a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Or Toadie's Possum Kingdom, Do You Want to Die?
These are all these both these songs. This like should be the finals.
I
I'll
mean,
go first. I love
okay,
Possum Kingdom. That's a
okay,
great song.
I like U6.
okay. I'm gonna go Possum Kingdom. I like it as a better song, but I also think Toadie's definitely fits the one-hit wonder category better. And like I said, we're gonna change how we vote. Okay. Now, Blind Melon with No Rain being a one-hit wonder is not a debate. The debate could be if Shannon Hoon or Hoon doesn't die. Is Blind Melon a one-hit wonder band? But that's not the conversation we're having. Are the Meat Puppets Backwater? So you want to vote? Want to vote for the B girl and something you don't understand, or Backwater, which I can't make a pun reference to, but I mean, I really like the song. I've listened to a lot of the Meat Puppets in general, but
I can't think of that song. It's karaoke with Nicholas time.
Wow, I
uh,
like this a lot. I don't know if I've ever heard this before.
the Backwater, something you can never change. And when I wake up in the morning, sunshine in my face.
Oh, I like.
Very
Okay,
catchy.
I
Very
don't like
catchy.
your singing, but I like that song. That's taken.
I'm also trying to sing without the song
Yeah,
right in front of me. I mean, if
that's
I
yeah, and you don't want to get like copyright. I get what you're doing.
right, yeah. Well that and
Yeah,
I'm not a good singer, but I mean, Blind Melon,
I've heard you belt it out at Rock Band.
that is true. I did do that, but I wouldn't I'm not taking Shannon Hoon's place in Blind Melon anytime soon.
I don't know if this is a hot take, but I'm like kind of over that song.
Okay.
No
Um,
Rain. So I'm gonna go Backwater.
all right.
I'm gonna go Backwater because I like that song more.
All right. Backwater gets the clean sweep for pretty much the same reasons as both of you. All right. This is the one I think you're going to bristle over both entries on, Jeremy. The Butthole Surfers and their song Pepper, or Space Hog in the meantime.
Well, I love Space Hog's awesome.
Right. I knew that Space
But
Hog's one of your favorites, but
I mean, Bristle, how so?
I just figured you'd fight the fact that they're calling them one-hit wonders.
Eh,
So Butthole Surfers for me falls into that category of like Fish or maybe even the Grateful Dead. Like never really had a lot of radio success, but they are such a huge cult following band that it's hard to call the Butthole Surfers a one-hit wonder because yeah, they only had one song that really made the radio, but like they've got a massive fan base and huge followings. In the same way that Fish doesn't really have any radio hits, but like they sell out arenas when they used to play. Grateful Dead only had like really one or two songs that made the radio, but even though all but one member of that band is dead, they still sell out you know, Alpi
Amphitheaters.
amphitheaters in Alpine Valley. So I kind of push back on calling Butthole Surfers one-hit wonders because to me, when I hear one-hit wonder, I think of something like well, unfortunately, Space Hog in the meantime. It's a really good song. It's really catchy. But I mean, I know you like Space Hog, but I can't name a single other Space Hog song.
yeah, I mean, that's true. It probably it would be the only one. But that album that came off of is awesome. It's really good. I mean, I love their entire discography. I think they're a great band. But I'm gonna vote for them.
Okay.
Even yeah.
Oh yeah, same.
All right. So yeah, Space Hog's gonna win that one. I don't mind the Butthole Surfers. You know what? I had a chance to see them once in my life. I was at a concert. It was one of those all-day concerts, and they were scheduled to play. But their tour manager or their roadies or somebody sent all of their equipment to the wrong venue.
Oh, jeez.
Whoops.
So like one of the side stage bands got moved over to fill their spot. And the Butthole Surfers all came out on stage to be like, listen, we don't
We're
have
sorry.
yeah, we don't have any of our like our all of our drums, our guitars, our amps, like everything got sent to the wrong venue. We're here. We want to play. We just don't have anything. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, well. And then I've never had a chance to see them again, nor taken the chance. But anyway, Space Hog wins. This is probably one of the biggest, well, Lit My Own Worst Enemy. Um, which I'm trying to remember. I
Uh,
every so often I kick the living shit out of me.
yeah, my car's in the
Hmm.
front yard.
My car's in the front yard. And Silverchair tomorrow. Now, I will 100% fight whoever built this bracket, like physically fight whoever built this bracket, calling Silverchair a no one-hit wonder. They had Pure Massacre, Israel Sun, Freak, Abuse Me, Anthem for the Year 2000, and Anna's Song, all hit in the top 40 of the U.S. mainstream rock. And they also had 8 songs, most of the same, hit on the Billboard Alternative Airplay song. Like they're a massive band. To call them a one-hit wonder means you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh,
And
jeez.
I mean, I also might be a big fan of Silverchair,
I
but I'm just
mean,
saying, like,
they
just
do have
be
millions and millions of listens on
yeah,
Spotify here.
yeah, and you could make the argument that if the lead singer of Silverchair doesn't come down with Crohn's, they're probably more successful, but he can't really tour very well, so he doesn't really do a lot. I think his name was Daniel Johns. I mean, Lit My Own Worst Enemy, absolute one-hit wonder. I can't think of anything that Lit ever did outside of that song.
Mm,
I mean,
didn't they have that one song like Miserable? Isn't that them?
they might have.
I don't know.
Oh, you make me completely miserable.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right, you're right. So I will push back on both of these, but I want to fight the person who put Silverchair on the list. Not as much as the next one we're going to be talking about, but
All right. After Nicholas' little rant, I'm going to vote for Lee.
Yeah. I mean, Lit. They suck shit now, but that was a great song, and I actually did see them once in concert a long time ago when I was a
oh,
kid.
I'm going to vote for Silverchair because I love Silverchair, but not because I think they shouldn't. I shouldn't vote for them because they're not a one-hit wonder. I just like that song better. But you guys made the right choice.
We usually do,
I Bob from Bob's Burger won our dad's bracket. Come on now.
which he should have.
All right. I learned last night when I was doing research for this bracket, it's Marcy Playground, not Marcy's Playground. I've
Yeah,
been saying it
it's not.
wrong.
It's not plural.
I've been saying it wrong for decades now, but Marcy Playground, Sex and Candy. I smell Sex and Candy.
I
Or
need my
set
scary shoes. Hanging around downtown by myself when I've had too much caffeine.
yes. Or Seven
Yeah,
Mary Three Cumbersome.
Not a one-hit wonder.
Not a one-hit wonder. Cumbersome, Water's Edge, My, Rock Crown, Lucky, Over My Shoulder, Wait, and Sleepwalking, all in the top 40 on the U.S. mainstream rock. And yeah, that second album, Rock Crown, is my go. Like I've listened to that album so like Seven Mary Three is one of my all-time favorite bands. I still listen to them on repeat like regularly. I probably made people at my old location mad because of how often I listen to the first 2 albums in particular, but like Rock Crown is just such a good album. So I can't in good conscience vote for Seven Mary Three as a one hit wonder because they're I mean, that song is amazing, but the band themselves are pretty amazing. But Sex and Candy is 100% a one-hit wonder.
That album is not bad that
I
that
don't,
song is off of.
I don't know if I've ever listened to it. I maybe have, but
They get my vote. I like that
oh,
song.
okay,
Yeah, sweet
okay.
bit.
And the video with that video is weird.
Yeah, that video is weird.
The
Okay.
tarantula walking on his face.
Local H bound for the floor. Got to keep it copacetic. Just don't get it. Got to keep it copacetic. The only song I've ever heard that used the word in fact taught me the word copacetic in the 90s when that song came out because I was like, what is this word they keep saying? And I had to
What? Bust
whatever
out the
ver
dictionary.
whatever version of Google existed in 1998, 1999, or Cracker Low. I will push back on Cracker being a one-hit wonder as well, but not to the same extent of Silverchair and Seven Mary Three. I mean, I have the Local H album. I think was it called Bound for the Floor as well? Or I don't know. They got a song called Eddie Vedder that's really cool. Why can't I remember the name of that album?
As good as dead.
It's Good as Dead. Yeah. So I mean, I know that they're a local Chicago band, so I think they're probably a little bigger up here than they've been in other places. But man, one of the loud two guys in this band, a drummer and a guitarist, just the two guys. One of the loudest bands I ever saw live. Like they were so loud, but so I was like 19, 20, 21. I don't know. It was amazing. I loved it.
Nice.
Or hey, don't you want to go down like a displaced cosmonaut? Don't you want to get low or something like that? What
Mm.
the No, that's the other song that what the world need now is a new punk singer. That's the other song that made me go, "What? How are you calling them one hit wonder?" Like I'm conflating the two songs together, but so how are we voting on this one?
I'm
Local
going,
H.
yeah,
Well,
local
okay.
H.
I've just been voting for the song. I like.
All right. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I was supposed to be giving some Chuck Norris jokes while we were doing. I was going to do it like every other round, but now okay. Chuck Norris was one of the original wise men. He gave Jesus the fourth gift, the gift of a beard. The other wise men were so jealous they wrote him out of the Bible. That's why we never see or never sort of heard from them ever again.
All right.
Chuck Norris got mad at the dinosaurs just once, only once. Most children check under their closet for the boogeyman every night, but the boogeyman checks his closet for Chuck Norris every night.
Awesome.
All right, on to the next round. Blur Song 2 or Harvey Danger's Flagpole Sitta. Remembering the conceit is supposed to be what is the one hit wonder? But I guess we can vote for whatever song we like better. It's up to you at this
Well,
point.
what would you rather have me do?
That is up to you. You get to vote how
Okay.
you want to vote.
All right. I'd really did. It took me a long time to get into Blur, and then I didn't even know it was the same dude. It like that like really blew my mind the first time I realized that. I'm like, what? No way.
Oh, that
That's like,
Yeah, that
the lead
that
singer of Blur
Blur
was
became the Gorillas.
yeah. But that Blur album, what is it called? Like The Great Escape? That's a great album.
all right, so are we going to put them through because we like them better?
Yes, I am. Me
Okay.
personally, yes, I am.
Okay. Are we going to vote for Harvey Danger Flagpole Sitta because they are definitely a one hit wonder?
I'm going with Harvey Danger.
Okay. I as well am going to go for Harvey Danger. because they are an actual one-hit wonder.
All right, I'm gonna really change my criteria from now on
Okay.
until we get to Space Hog.
Little kids like to wear Superman underwear. Superman likes to wear Chuck Norris underwear. All right, Toadie's Possum Kingdom or Meat Puppets Backwater.
Oh fuck, man, this is a good one too. I gotta add that song actually to my likes. I never really.
Toadies is more of a one-hit wonder than Meat Puppets, but I do like both the songs. But I do love screaming "Do you want to die" at the end of the song. So I'm gonna vote Toadies on this one.
I'm gonna go with the Meat Puppets.
Okay. Despite my bad karaoke version.
Play your bad karaoke.
I'm gonna go. I'll go Possum Kingdom.
All right. Chuck Norris built the cabin that he was born in. The flu gets a Chuck Norris shot every year.
Nice.
All right. So are we voting Space Hog in the meantime or Lit My Own Worst Enemy?
I guess it works in both instances either way for this one. So Space Hog, I'm gonna go for the vote there.
I'm gonna go for Lit My Own Worst Enemy.
I like In the Meantime better than My Own Worst Enemy. But I do think, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's just how I'm voting. Okay. Um, it only takes 20 minutes for Chuck Norris to watch 60 minutes. Let's see, and then we're gonna skip. Okay. Chuck Norris destroyed the periodic table of elements because the only element Chuck Norris recognizes is the element of surprise. All right. Marcy's Playground, or I'm sorry, I've already forgotten that I learned this fact. Marcy Playground, Sex and Candy, or Local H Bound for the Floor.
Varsity Playground.
Local H.
Local H. All right. Ooh, two heavy hitters in the one-hit wonder world. Flagpole Sitta for Harvey Danger or Toadie's Possum Kingdom.
Man, I gotta go Possum Kingdom.
I gotta
That's
go
a
Harvey
banger.
Danger.
Possum Kingdom. I'm less likely to change the station when that comes on than I am Flagpole Sitter. I don't hate Flagpole Sitter, but it.
I will actively seek that song out on Spotify.
Okay. Waldo is actually hiding from Chuck Norris. Also, when Chuck Norris plays dodgeball, the balls dodge him.
Nice.
All right. This is going to be a hard one, I think. Space Hog in the meantime, or Local H bound for the floor.
Space Hog.
I'm going to vote Local H. You got to keep it copacetic. You just don't get it. You got to keep it copacetic.
Uh, Space Hog.
Oh.
Yeah.
When Chuck Norris does division, there are no remainders. Oh. Chuck Norris once kicked a horse in the face. Now we call those animals giraffes. All right, and for the final, we have Toadie's Possum Kingdom or Space Hog in the meantime. I listen, I like In the Meantime, I've always liked that song. But I think when it comes to one hit wonders, Toadie's Possum Kingdom is more of a one hit wonder. Or I don't know, like I just that's how I feel like I'm voting. Um,
I'm gonna go with In the Meantime.
are you voting just against me because,
I
or is it
told you,
Jer
you're never gonna know how I'm gonna vote. Do I like
Well,
that song more? Or I think it's worse. You don't know.
I'm biased here, but I'm gonna go in the meantime. I mean, this song, it it is still a one-hit wonder, and it got me into this band, and I encourage people to go check out the rest of their shit because it's awesome. If you like in the meantime, I mean,
Yeah, I mean I mean you can't go wrong. I mean I have listened to a little bit of Space Hog, not as much as you have, but yeah, In the Meantime is a great song. Toadie's Possum Kingdom, but that's the song that won our best one hit wonder from. So we'll have to hit up the Hog and tell him that this is who we decided wins the bracket. They can just stop having people vote on it.
yeah, game
Um,
over.
and then we'll also have to meet some people
That's
who
over.
built. Then we'll also have to meet some people in the back alley and teach them a lesson as to what a one hit wonder is.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chuck Norris can eat just one Lay's potato chip. Chuck Norris doesn't go swimming. Water just wants to be around him. Most people fear the Reaper. Chuck Norris considers him a promising rookie.
Nice.
Yeah, all right. Those are yeah, those are the best ones from that list. I mean, there's tons of really good ones, but
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, he was 86. He he hasn't been in the greatest health recently. But I couldn't build the Chuck Norris bracket because I was like, I haven't seen a lot of the movies. And I was like, I'm gonna guess these two have not seen a lot of them either.
That's
Yeah, I would
fair.
have struggled with that.
So that would have been a struggle to build that bracket, let alone find other than Three Ninjas or the Expendables. Which Expendables was Chuck Norris in?
Great.
Three? Yeah. Other than the Three Ninjas movie or the one Expendables movie, I was like, yeah, I don't know how much these guys have actually seen.
Yeah, not much.
So what have we watched over the last week, or in Jeremy's case, the last couple weeks?
Ugh, jeez. Doesn't feel like I've had a couple weeks to watch stuff. But I watched an episode of The A-Team with
Oh,
Boy George.
okay.
They were trying to get this guy named Cowboy George, but they got Boy George, and he had to win over this crowd of rough oil rig workers. They played three whole songs all the way through. I was like, this is insanity. Like, what the fuck? When like one of them was like basically like played as like a montage while they were like doing like fighting. And then at one point he's like in the middle of the concert, he's like, "Oh man, those guys need my help," and then he just like leaves. And yeah, I mean, it was a trip. My buddy is a big fan of that show, so he recommended I watch that episode.
I do
Just that
love
episode.
I do love the 18. Do you know what season it was in?
I think it was season 4.
Okay, so kind of getting towards the end when they were running out of ideas. When they were like, let's bring on Boy George to boost the ratings and
Yeah.
fill time. But when I don't know a lot of Boy George songs, but I know a few. Don't It's not fighting music to my
No,
recollection. Yeah, not
no,
when I'm
not at
not
all.
thinking Karma Chameleon probably doesn't have a lot of people, you
Yeah.
know.
Kung Fu
It
fighting.
it might start fights, but it's definitely not playing while the fight's happening.
Yeah, no, it didn't. It did make me feel very pumped up, but and after like of the first song, he was able to win the crowd over. He brought them back into it. They went from like wanting to kill him to like, oh yeah, this boy George is all right.
After half a song.
Yeah. So I watched that. And then I'm almost caught up on Fear Factor. I'm like I just got to like the last part of the last episode,
Okay.
like the final challenge.
Oh, okay.
So it's moving right along. It doesn't seem like there's really that many left after this.
I think they're down to the final four at this point. So,
So yeah, and then what else? More Bar Rescue, more Shark Tank. I've been playing TCG Card Shop Simulator again because they added it to Game Pass.
oh yeah, I saw that.
It is the most addictive game I've played since Stardew Valley.
Nice.
You
It's
did get hooked on that game.
it's pretty wild. Like you could actually, I mean, like I don't know if we've talked about it on here before, but like you run the shop and then you can also open the card packs too and collect the cards. So they have like a
You could
whole
sell, yeah,
separate thing.
sell them. You sell like just
Are
individual cards.
are
Yeah.
they like just like a whole set of cards that they've invented for this game, or are they like actual baseball cards or actual Pokemon cards or
Yeah, it's like their own thing that they created, but it's
okay.
basically like a parody of Pokemon, but it's really well done. Like they must have outsourced all the illustrations to like different people online, and it's really cool. Like the cards look very much like Pokemon or like Magic.
So there's not
Yeah,
like brand
I
there's not
played that
like
a lot.
branded
I played that a lot on the Steam Deck when I got it.
there's not like branded content of like, oh, you can get this Tops pack or Bowman
No,
pack or oh.
Uh,
I
there's
guess that
mods I think you can get if you have it on your PC that you can actually you have Pokemon cards.
uh,
But yeah, it's all stuff they just kind of created for the game specifically.
and you'd think that would take you out of it, but it's like you kind of get once you start to see more and more of it, you kind of get sort of immersed in their world that
Yeah,
they've like created. Because it's just like, oh yeah, I like the look of this one, and this one looks cool, and yeah,
make your own card shop and people come in and play cards. And
yeah.
then you get made fun of for working 10 hours in retail. Then you come home and play a virtual retail game that you run your own store.
well, that's like when I played Pressure Washer Simulator for like an afternoon. I was like, I work on pressure washers all day. Why am I playing this game? Like I mean I don't use them, but I work on them.
Yeah,
Like why would I want to come home and do yeah, so I stopped playing that game.
yeah. No, it's a cool game though.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And they are constantly adding stuff to it. Like they're pretty quick about making updates. Like they just added a tournament mode and they have a roadmap on the main menu so you can kind of see what they have planned for the future. Eventually they're going to make it so you can actually play the card game.
How
Oh.
is it on console?
Uh, it actually kind of sucks. I'm not a fan of playing with a controller, so I play the Xbox version on the PC with mouse and keyboard.
Okay.
Yeah, especially for like the register, because it's like you can just use the keyboard to type in if someone uses like their card to do a payment, you can just type it in and it's so much faster. But it's not horrible. I mean, I would still play if that was my only option. Like it's not like debilitating, but
Is
I've thought
it
about getting it on the PlayStation, but instead of using the Steam Deck because it's, I'm like, I don't know if this would be easier with the controller.
is it multiplayer or like online like gaming or is it just like
No,
local?
I think it's just you create your own card shop.
Oh,
yeah, just
okay.
single. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and then you can buy products to sell in your shop, and you make all the prices, and
but you
you can
like you can't
expand your
go
empire and hire
like
cashiers.
Justin couldn't go visit Jeremy's shop or vice versa.
I wish they did that, but no, they don't have anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe in the future
Yeah, I
though.
don't think so.
Hmm. All right. Justin, did you watch anything or play anything? that wasn't basketball related for the
Uh,
last couple days?
I say basketball's been consuming a lot of my time. The normal, like Tournament of Champions, Scrubs, a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
basketball.
I am caught up on Scrubs. Jeremy, have you caught up on Scrubs yet or?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. What?
You could talk about it though if you want.
Okay. What do you think? Because what is it? 4 episodes into the season now? 5 episodes?
I think it's five. I don't think I watched the latest one, so it might
Okay.
be one back.
Okay. Well, what I wanted to talk about happened in like the first episode. What do you think about the big twist that they started with of JD and what's
Elliot.
Elliot being divorced?
I pretty much thought, here we go again, and this whole thing is going to be them being kind of like mid-season Scrubs, where they're not getting along. It's kind of awkward, but then it's got the whole will they get together, won't they get together kind of feel to it.
Yeah,
So I wonder if they're gonna have them getting like back together.
I mean, if I'm an episode ahead of you, then they haven't started doing that yet. But I am curious to see if the fan kind of like what, like you ended perfectly with them together, and now like the first episode you're like, yeah, they're divorced.
Divorced. Oh, but they go to marriage counseling.
Yeah, I mean at least they left JD and Carla together, or not JD, Turk and
Kirk,
Carla together.
yeah, with their four daughters.
They haven't brought the janitor back yet, which I'm a little disappointed about.
I did like that the one wing is the Bob Kelso one.
Yeah,
And I didn't like the fact that we only saw Dr. Cox once.
but yeah, he was like the first episode, and then he was like, "Yep, I'm out."
Yeah,
But
not a fan of that.
well, I noticed he has a show on HBO Max with Steve Carell called Rooster that just started.
Yeah, I want to watch that show.
And Carla, Judy Reyes, is on High Potential. So I'm guessing like a lot of these people are on other shows already. So bringing them back fully is going to be difficult.
All right.
And I don't know what Neil Flynn is doing that they couldn't bring him back. But I mean, Zach Braff and Donald Faison, all they do is hang out with each other and talk about Scrubs anyway. So what were they doing that they couldn't come back? But, I guess
Hmm.
everybody
I
else,
mean, they even brought Hooch back.
they did bring Hooch back. Hooch be crazy.
Crazy.
They brought the Todd back for a couple episodes, who
Yeah.
I think became like a massive like mega real estate agent in the LA area after the show ended. So he probably has to like take time off of work to come like, high five people.
He probably makes his own schedule.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you run your own real estate agency, you can just be like, yeah, you go
Yeah.
sell that
Oh, I
house.
got to go over here and make a couple hundred grand, making it an appropriate joke and high fiving someone.
Yeah, and say probably got paid more selling houses than he did ever being the Todd.
Yeah. I
Let's
wonder
see
if
what.
Randall will make an appearance.
Hmm?
I wonder if Randall will make an appearance.
Don't know. I mean, I assume they'll bring everybody back at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised. Like, I don't, it's bothersome that they haven't brought the janitor back just yet. Although they did, one of the episodes I know you watched where he's like, he walked by the new janitor and he goes, I should probably learn his name.
Hmm.
Did we lose him? Oh no, there he is.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Let's see. I watched my normal cooking shows, Ultimate Baking Champion, Tournament of Champions, Flavortown Food Fight. A lot of caught up on Mayor of Kingstown. You know, I did watch Transformers the movie, not the live action one with Shia LaBeouf, the original animated one from
Oh,
1986. because I'm supposed to be talking about that on 80s
Okay.
Flick Flashback here pretty soon. But yeah, that was
All right.
interesting. I mean, by the time I'll have recorded the episode of 80s Flick Flashback, so I can ruin some of this. Listen, it was nostalgic because it brought me back to my childhood, in the days before Jeremy even existed. But
Or me if it was 86.
yeah, 86, yeah. But I just it's a I don't know. I mean, part of me wants to say it's better animation and better cartoons than anything that's being made today, but then again, I look at it and I objectively know that's not true. Like it's just
Yeah.
not. I mean, it's not as bad as a lot of other 80s cartoons. Like it's not as painful as like trying to rewatch the original Thundercats. But I also wasn't watching the Transformers series. I was watching the movie that they spent a lot. They had Orson fucking Welles as one of the voices. Like, how does Transformers the movie? Like, people complain about like the fact that like all these animated movies and shows they only get celebrities to do voices anymore. Where are the voice actors going to get real work? The cast list on Transformers the movie was like Orson Welles, Leonard Nimoy, Judd Nelson. Like there's just a bunch of other like it was like they were doing it back in '86. So quit your bitching. Like people, they've been doing it for a long time. Anyway, um, anybody got any more Chuck Norris jokes to end us out on, or anything they want to promote or plug or push?
Did
Or
you see the Spider-Man trailer?
I did see the Spider-Man trailer.
Hell yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
excited.
All right.
The
Me
Punisher.
too.
I've got to assume
That's what did it for me.
I've got to assume the red ninja people are the Hand,
What?
which lead me to believe that Daredevil will also be in the movie.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah.
Because I mean, well, Charlie Cox as Daredevil already made an appearance in No Way Home.
Yeah, he's a real good lawyer.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
so he's already established as an MCU character. So it wouldn't be hard to believe that he would also. But then again, I have no idea why they'd be hiding that. But you got the Hulk possibly making an appearance. I
Yeah.
mean, it'll be a fun time. I'm very excited about that.
Has anyone been watching that what's that new Marvel show? Mr.
Oh, Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
I have
Yeah.
not had time yet. It is on the list of something probably this weekend that I will try to get to. But I've been trying to
Mr.
catch up on
Wonderman?
I've been
Mr.
trying
Wonder
to I've been trying to catch up on all sorts of other stuff. I just need to stop playing that damn Disney Speedstorm game.
Man. Oh yeah, I saw that on there.
It's just again, much like last week when I said I need to stop playing it, I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna play it for like an hour before I go to bed. Although last week I could have just kept playing it for a couple hours because I didn't go to work because we live in Wisconsin where last week was a blizzard and a blizzard so badly I could not see the road when I went to go to work the next morning. It was gone. It was straight gone. I could not see it. And then yesterday was 70s.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Classic.
Good old Wisconsin. All right, then I guess if you built a bracket for the hog and you called some bands one-hit wonders, just remember, stupid never walks alone.
Comic books have been around for almost a century, and in the last 2 decades, we've finally gotten to see many of these characters brought to life in movies and on TV. On the Moving Panels podcast, we discuss movies and TV shows based on, inspired by, and adapted from the world of comic books. Join me and my guests as we discuss both the good and the bad from Marvel, DC, and even some of the lesser-known comic book companies. Learn what is and isn't from the comics, as well as our nerdy review of the movie or show. New episodes drop every Monday, and you can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. So join us for Moving Panels, and I'll see you on the other side of the page.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and listen to an 80s Flick Flashback podcast once in a while, you could miss it. Do you love movies of a certain age? Do you miss the days of VHS tapes, VCRs, and the video rental stores? Does the thought of another 80s movie being remade seem inconceivable? My name is Tim Williams. I'm the creator and host of the 80s Flick Flashback Podcast. On each episode, I'm joined by guest co-hosts to discuss one of the many movies released in the 1980s. We share our first-time watch memories, our favorite scenes, and even learn some behind-the-scenes stories about the cast and crew along the way. New episodes are released every other Friday on your favorite podcasting platform. So make like a tree, get out of here, and go listen to an excellent episode of the 80s Flick Flashback Podcast. The ad is over. Go home. Go.